We thought that FLF, or Forward Land Forces Finland, would have been officially established by now, complete with an activation ceremony, but NATO seems to be taking their time getting this multinational unit stood up. Nonetheless, there's been a little bit of news about this future force, so let's take a quick look at the most recent developments as well as review what's already known. Coming directly from the office of Finland's Minister of Defence, Antti Häkkänen, on February 16th, it was announced that the city of Rovaniemi has been selected as the location for NATO's Forward Land Forces, or FLF, Multinational Staff Element, or MNSE, essentially the FLF's headquarters. Häkkänen was quoted as saying, "Earlier we succeeded in securing the support of our allies for our approach to FLF Finland. The implementation of that model has progressed well. The MNSE will form FLF Finland's permanent presence in northern Finland. The focus of FLF Finland's battle group activities will be in northern Finland and largely supported by Rovaniemi and Sodankylä. Considering the synergies and the ability to support the activities, Rovaniemi is the best location for a permanent FLF staff element in Finland. Not that it matters too much in this context, but Rovaniemi from a tourist perspective markets itself as the official hometown of Santa Claus. The Finnish city is located approximately 150 to 160 kilometers west of the Russian border at its closest point, based on a direct line of sight. The minister's official statement notes that the structure of the MNSE will evolve in the coming years, and the plan is to have about half of its activities carried out by the framework nation and the host nation, and the other half by the contributing allies. In this situation, Sweden is the framework nation, while Finland is obviously the host nation. A little more on that later in this video. Minister Häkkänen then specified that the peacetime strength of the MNSE will reach the same level as the multi-corps land component command in Mikkeli, adding, "This is a step towards strengthening NATO's deterrence and defense in the high north and the Arctic region. The MNSE should eventually have a few dozen employees. Together with the allies contributing to FLF Finland, we are enhancing readiness across the alliance and building even better interoperability." So, of course, being a command element, this multinational staff element doesn't directly bring with it any real combat capabilities or firepower, just leadership, planning and administration for the unit. At the same time, FLF Finland looks to behave and work quite differently from any other NATO Forward Land Force operating at the moment. As far as we know, the common model sees troops from contributing nations deploying to the host nation for multi-month rotations, often 6 months or twice per year, but this can be shorter. For example, French troops seem to rotate every 4 months or 3 times per year. Their equipment is based in the host nation, and semi-permanent accommodations are arranged for these foreign service members. Troops will train together, conduct combat readiness exercises, and may even hold friendly competitions during their rotations. All of this tends to end with a change of command/change of rotation ceremony. But again, FLF Finland looks to be quite different from this pattern. As has been known for some time now, troops assigned to FLF Finland will only be present in the host nation for exercises and as required by the security situation. And so they will not be deployed for months at a time to have a continuous presence in the host nation. The one exception will be the permanent hosting of the aforementioned multinational staff element of the FLF. It's also stated that should the security situation change, the FLF presence could be scaled up to brigade size, and that allies can also exercise their ability to increase the land forces in peacetime. Again, Sweden stands as the lead/framework nation, and according to the latest official statement, is supported by the United Kingdom, France, Italy, Denmark, Norway and Iceland. We had reported earlier that Sweden's Norrbotten Brigade would be the core and perhaps largest component of the FLF. We have a video covering Sweden's forces in the High North, so be sure to subscribe to watch it when it comes out. But that's the latest news as per the official release from Finland's Minister of Defence. We end this video with a bit of a behind-the-scenes insight into our reporting of the story. The first version of our script stated that FLF Finland would see participation from Sweden, United Kingdom, France, Denmark, Norway and Iceland. That's because when the official press release came out, Italy was not included in the list. We thought to ourselves, surely this couldn't be a mistake/oversight. and perhaps this is a subtle way of saying that Italy has withdrawn its interest in participating in FLF Finland. We were extra confused because precisely 0 news outlets had picked up/noticed the absence of Italy in the government announcement, as if everyone forgot about the news that came out at the end of October 2025 indicating that the Mediterranean nation was joining the NATO grouping. Indeed, there were at least a few news sites that just re-reported the list of countries without including Italy or mentioning Italy's absence. Again, we thought this couldn't possibly be an oversight, and if it was intentional, it would have made for a much more interesting video on our end. And so, to be sure, we sent an email inquiry to the Finnish Ministry of Defence asking about Italy's status. And well, just as we were about to record the first version of our script, we were informed that it was indeed a mistake. We headed back to the government announcement to find the press release fixed to include Italy. Anyway, we just thought it would be a fun little side story to share with you, which hopefully serves as a reminder that humans make mistakes, even politically sensitive ones. And at the same time, humans like us are also sometimes capable of catching mistakes too. But that's the news and where things currently stand. At least to us, it would be nice to eventually see a unit crest and activation ceremony take place. Hopefully, things that'll come in due time. What are your thoughts on the current plan for FLF Finland? Let us know by leaving a comment.